Krishka Tan, your wish is my command. I do feel like I'm in school again whenever I shave, just because of how young I think I look, or how young I think it makes me look. Either way, what is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to this quick Q&A video. You guys have asked the questions, I'm here to answer them. I'm gonna try to be as honest as possible. I've got the questions on my computer, so I'm gonna read them and then I'll throw it on the screen for you guys to see it as well. Before we start, quick shout out to Dharam, happy birthday. So let's get right into it, guys. We have a double whammy here from Eden Hazard. Bro, do you have any idea about what percentage of Emirates cabin crew are Indians and top countries where Emirates fly the most? Okay, so starting off with the Indians, I have no idea how many are Indians. However, I can tell you there are a lot of Indian cabin crew here in Emirates. A lot of them did actually work for airlines, domestic airlines back home in India and have come over. I think I went for a training course a few years ago, maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, and they were giving us stats about nationalities, and pursers, who are the top ranking cabin crew, were actually the highest, or Indians were the highest percentage of pursers in Emirates. So I can't tell you how many are in the whole company or as cabin crew, but there are a lot of Indian cabin crew in Emirates, especially pursers. They've been here a long time, but I mean, amongst all grades, it is quite a lot. Top countries, India would be number one, I'm assuming, because we fly to so many Indian destinations, so many cities in India. The US, just because we've got so many destinations in the US. London, we fly to London, 8 times a day. London Heathrow, London Gatwick, London Stansted, maybe 10 times even. South Africa, we fly to South Africa 4 times to Joburg, 2 times to Cape Town, once to Durban. So there's a lot of places, but I think top countries would definitely be, even Australia as well, because we've got, Australia is so big, just like the US, and we've got so many cities that we fly to. And leading on from that, we have a question from Dennis. Top 3 nationalities. That's a tough one. I can't give you an exact answer. I think Indian, UK, Egyptian, Lebanese. Egyptian and Lebanese are quite high because we have an Arabic speaking requirement on every flight. So we have to have an Arabic speaker. So a majority of the cabin crew are from there. I mean, there are other countries like from North Africa, but majority would be Egyptian and Lebanese. Yeah, I think that's a good. Filipinos a lot. Kenyan. South Africans not that much anymore. But yeah, I mean, European is kind of spread out. South American also spread out. But yeah, I think Indian, I would have to say, actually, maybe I'd say UK. I'd probably say, actually, I'd go back to UK, Egyptian, Lebanese. What's your age? Nice, easy one. 12, going on 35. Bro, you have a big tattoo. How did you even get selected? I was lucky. I did my tattoos after joining Emirates. The good old tattoo question. And then we've got a nice long one. Ooh, 5 in 1. How much? I want to ask you some questions. How much is your salary? Well, the basic salary earned when you join Emirates is this much. And then over the years, it just goes up and up and up. How many years did you work for Emirates? I'm still working for Emirates. It is 13 years. What was your first flight in Emirates? I went to Dhaka. That was my first soupy. Went to Dhaka, turnaround. Have you ever flown to Addis? Is there a layover in Addis? Well, we actually don't have a layover in Addis. Yes, I have flown to Addis, but it's a turnaround as well. So it's a nice long day there and back. And last questions, how many flights do you have per month, average? Well, we won't talk about right now. We'll talk about pre-COVID. it used to be about eight flights, I guess. You do roughly about 80 to 100 flying hours per month. So, I mean, those flying hours could be doing 3 long New Yorks, or could be doing a whole lot of Addis flights. So, as long as you make up roughly around that 80 hours, then that's how many flights you would do. I mean, that's just a rough estimate. That's not exact science, but that's kind of how it worked. But yeah, and then the biggest question and the most requested question, it was just, a lot of the same thing. When is Emirates going to start hiring again? Guys, that is very, very difficult to answer, just because as of now, companies are still getting rid of staff. You know, things haven't settled down yet. There's a talk of a second wave as well. So nobody can give you that answer. I can't give you that answer. People have asked me, okay, well, at least can you give me an estimate or prediction? I can't do that for you. Especially this aviation industry or the tourism industry has been hit so hard with what's going on right now. Who knows when things will go back to normal? I did a roster reveal video last week, and I've only got 3 flights. So it's not back to normal as of now. And obviously for the rest of the year, in my opinion, I don't think it's going to be okay. I think we're still going to have to wait. We still have to wait for a vaccine to be made, you know. We still have to wait for everything to settle down and then start up again. So like I said, companies are still getting rid of people. So when I see that happening, I just think to myself, well, obviously there's still things happening and it hasn't settled down yet, and it hasn't gotten to the worst possible position just as yet. So we have to wait for that to be over, and then for it to start up again, and then start booming again. I think only once it starts booming again will companies or Emirates start recruiting again. I know this is probably not what you wanted to hear, but I'm not going to lie to you. I told you I'm going to be honest. So obviously it's almost the end of the year now. I think it's 4 months to go till the end of the year. Can you believe it? And then it's going to be the Christmas season. I think everything can be based pretty much on the Christmas season, see how that goes. If it's busy, then obviously things get better, because a lot of people usually do travel. But again, are you traveling because you have to travel, or are you traveling because of tourism? How many countries are actually open? Dubai is open, but how many other countries are open? How many people are actually feeling safe to travel? You know, even though Emirates specifically, and I'm only going to talk about Emirates, is taking so many precautions, people still don't feel safe, and I understand that. I've got family members that still don't feel safe to travel, so I don't blame anybody. And for the who knows how long it's going to take for everything to recover. I am not putting any dates on this answer, just because I don't want to be held liable. But yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath if I was waiting for Emirates to start recruiting again. Just be patient. I did put up a video on what you could be doing whilst you are waiting for Emirates to recruit again, but unfortunately, guys, that's as good as it's gonna get. And with that brings an end to this quick Q&A video. Guys, if you have any more questions, just throw down below in the comment section. I wish you asked it earlier so I could have put it in the video. But if you need any clarification, I can help you, or can try to help you. Some important news, ding, 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 ding. For the month of September, I have got another flight. I'm going Dubai to KL, 48 hours. KL to Auckland, 24 hours. Auckland to KL, 48 hours. KL back to Dubai. So that's going to be amazing. Cha-ching! I'm going to get a lot of hours from that. So I don't want to jinx it. I shouldn't have actually told you, just in case the flight gets removed. But that has been added to my roster for the month of September. We're not going to get too excited about layovers because, as I did explain last week, safety does come first. So I might not be able to leave the hotel anyway. I've got friends in Auckland who I would love to see and I haven't seen in such a long time, but I don't know what's going to happen, so I can't promise you anything. Follow me on Instagram for my latest updates. That's usually where you would know what I'm actually getting up to. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video nevertheless. I will see you guys next week.